Hi guys! One of the most important things when making my travel videos, riding with other people, talking through Intercom and so on, I need to get the whole conversation from everyone.
Wow, you guys get to ride through a twister. Look at that! Wow! Insane!
Onto my helmet cam to bring that into the video. And since I have a new helmet today, I've installed my intercom. Most of you guys have an intercom, but just install it normally. There are several ways to get audio onto the camera. And in the end of this video, I will tell you which ones will not work for me, because there are some. I have only found one way that works for me, and that's what I'm doing right now. So tag along. Yeah, and by the way, all the cables and everything that I use in this sort of tutorial is in a link in the description. So the first you need is an action camera, of course, and pretty much any action camera works that has an adapter. Anyhow, the GoPro has the media mod, this one has a small adapter, and off with the little lid there and in with this adapter. So now we have a 3.5mm microphone input. So now that we have the microphone adapter here, to just get your voice into there is super easy. You have a microphone with a TRRS connector. That means there are tip, ring and sleeve. There are also other ones that has tip, ring and sleeve. So these are made for phones and computers. This is for cameras and pure audio devices. You take the microphone, plug it in to the camera. Now, dab, I can, whatever I say comes on the video. But how do we get the audio from the group in here? And it's quite basic, really. What I use is just another microphone. This where my mouth is, and this where my speaker is. So I just put the other microphone on the speaker. But now I'll show you how to get two microphones onto the audio of the action camera. Roll up the sleeves. So this is what we had: the camera, the adapter, and one microphone. So to get another microphone on here, I have this microphone. It's from Röde. It's a bit expensive, but you can go with any. As mentioned, they need to have TRRS, one ring. This has two, but that's why I need to use an adapter. If you have one, I just happen to have one with TRRS, which is for computers and phones. I have this adapter. So how do we get both of these in here? Well, we need a splitter. Introducing the stereo splitter, and you have different kinds of splitters, but this one is specific in the sense that it's made for audio and it's a stereo splitter, which means we have one channel here and one channel there. And I choose this because now I connect the speaker, the microphone that I put on the speaker on one side, and I put the microphone that I talk into in the other. And that means that the audio from the speaker of the intercom will be on one of the channels left, let's say, and this will be on the right channel. And then in post-production, then I can choose to set the volumes differently and so on. But if you don't do anything, you will have, and listen to it in earphones or something, you will hear yourself talking in the left ear and the other guys in the right. But that's perfect for me. Then we just plug that in. I have one extra cable that I use, and that's because this is not what you want on the side of your camera. It's just too bulky. So I have just one extra cable here. So, and that's only an extension of 20 centimeters that with a 90-degree bend here that fits much better to my camera. Or yeah, it's just more convenient to have it like this. Let's try out the camera a bit. Now I'm talking in the mouthpiece. And now I'm on the speaker thing here, so we're pretty much done. We just add the camera to the helmet, plug in the microphone, but we have all of this now. This needs to go into the helmet. So that's the main challenge. And remember, I will tell you why this is the only solution that works for me and not any Bluetooth stuff. And you can connect your intercom directly to the camera wirelessly and so on. I'm rejecting that. But first, let's get it into the helmet. All right. Helmet. Side cushions are removed. I already have my intercom in here with a lot of cables already, so this is going to be interesting. My camera will have the cable coming from the left side here, so I will try to put everything as much on the left side as possible. So I have a speaker here on the side. Now we just have to get this inside here. So let's start with the little tiny one. This is where my speaker is. I will just take this and put it on top, on the side a bit. So let's have a little piece of tape. You know the goal, you only need to get the little microphone. It does not need any wind protection or anything, just the thing without the wind blocker, and just get it on top, a bit on the side of the speaker. So as you understand, this is pretty basic stuff, but the only problem is to get all this stuff into the helmet without compromising comfort as much. So I mean this thing. So let's do that, and then we just get the microphone and put it here on the side, inside the cheek. I like to have it on the side here and not in front of my mouth directly, because you get a lot of puff sound. This is the most frustrating part. You will hate this part of the work because it's quite frustrating, and yeah, but now it's done. Hopefully you don't need to do it again. So let's try it on. And this is when you feel if there's something, yeah, poking or so, but this is good. Let's start this little cam and see how it works. Okay, so now it should record my voice pretty good. And let's turn on the intercom. Cardo sounds like a news flash.
Phone connected.
Thank you. Let's see if I don't have anyone to talk to. So I'll just pick some podcast. Let's go for this.
Hello and welcome to the Trail and Adventure Motorbike Podcast.
It's
With me,
worth
Barber,
a listen.
and my good mate, Noel Tom.
Noel Tom.
The days when you can't ride your bike, there's always
It's
the
live.
Trail and Adventure Motorbike Podcast.
Yeah. So if you don't have anyone to ride with, these guys are great to have in your helmet also.
We're back again. This time we're talking to our friend Danny Lilwell, and it's the second time he's been on the podcast.
Trail and Adventure Motorbike Podcast. I've been on there, so go have a listen. All right, so that's that. That's how I get the group intercom audio onto the microphone. Do once, cry once, but then it's there. So you have some other options. One is wrestle with all the cables and get them in here. Really old style, basic. Just getting two microphones, one on the ear and one in the front for your voice. Super easy, theoretically anyways. Doesn't matter which intercom you have, of course. If you have the latest stuff that I usually do, which is the Insta360 Ace Pro and the Cardo Packtalk Edge or Pro, these can connect. You connect the camera as a second phone to the intercom, and you get all the audio, both from your mates and from yourself, onto the camera. Does not work for me, at least, because of two reasons. One, the intercom audio perfectly filters out any other sound than the voice. So filming like that, you will have a completely quiet video with just voices. No engine sound, nothing else. So it can record, at least this camera can record from the camera and the second phone, which the intercom is, so you can blend those two. But then reason number two, which it doesn't work, because when I ride, I don't have the camera on always. When I see, coming into something, let's turn the camera on, I want the microphone audio to be on right away. No hassle, just press record and I want the audio there. With cable, the audio is there immediately. With Bluetooth connection, when I tried connecting the Cardo to the camera directly, you have to enable that microphone every time. And with other options like these mini Bluetooth microphones, that's an option. You can connect them to the cameras quite easy. And actually, when you turn the camera on, they connect. But it takes a while, and there's extra things to charge and stuff like that. Especially if you want both what the other guys are saying and yourself, that's also not viable. So this is foolproof. It works always. It works in rain also, even though some parts are exposed here. We have on this little adapter, there's also a USB charging port. Put a tape over that or something like that. It makes it waterproof enough for rain, at least. Not submerging the stuff, but yeah. So that's how I do it. I like the stereo thing, that I have mouthpiece and earpiece in two different channels, because if one is low or high, you know, when you go riding, you may need extra volume, and then the other guys get high on the volume and so on. So it's nice to be able to adjust that separately. Okay, go out there, talk to people, get it on video, ride safe. Cheers.